today. From Seattle, Washington, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Well, this defense for the Seahawks very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They run the counter now on 1st down, finding some room at midfield, and finally taken down at the 44-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And to give this time to the tailback. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They'll look to throw here. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
These two teams all tied after one. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now they try the right side here. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 6 yards there on the keeper at second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Back to throw here. And he's going to go down again. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a fourth down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And this one is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands. And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. But Charles, it's the second quarter. Your team's losing. You're not playing well as the quarterback. But like I said, it's the second quarter. So how worried right now are you? And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. As the first half is winding down. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we are at halftime, and we will skip the highlights show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it. What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. And he is going to have a Texans first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They run the counter now on first down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 120 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And that is going to sail wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd, and he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Fletcher. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will be a Texans first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in a big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Third down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he is going to have the first down here, but hold on. As there's a flag on the field, and I think someone got held. So that one will be accepted. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On play action, they'll throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense taking over again. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 162 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Again, it's Harris on second down. And a short gain down to about the 33.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They hand this off to Harris. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Harris. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run. Here's Harris. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They'll try and run with Harris. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. He's made one and he's missed one thus far. This for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular